Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Grow Podcast. This is your host, Ruman Habib, and today I have Dr. Shahzeb Ahmad Khan as the guest for this episode. Dr. Shahzeb Ahmad Khan is a practicing dental surgeon and serves as the District Secretary of Human Rights Association and as the Clinical Secretary of the Indian Dental Association of Shahjahanpur. He is a national level silver medalist, Taekwondo player, and has been into fitness and bodybuilding since he was just a teenager. He is involved in multiple sports and is a very good swimmer, a talented horse rider, and a marathon runner. Not just that, he is a national level cyclist competing in multiple 100-kilometer events. And this is not the end of it. He also has a YouTube channel regarding patient educational videos and has reached almost 100,000 people. Be sure to watch till the very end of the episode because in this one, Dr. Shahzeb talks about the importance of fitness and how it helps you to stand out from the crowd. He teaches us about the secrets of being classy and gives us tips on time management. He also talks about his life lessons and teaches us how to overcome setbacks when we face them. If you want to know how you can set yourself up for success in the future, this episode is the right one for you. Oh, and one more thing. This episode is going to be a little special because he's my uncle as well. Dr. Shahzeb, welcome to the Grow Podcast.
Hey Roman, how are you, man?
I'm great. What about you?
Good. And such a deep research. This clearly shows your dedication towards your homework, right? This is really very nice. So, thanks for having me here. This is really a moment of honor for me to sit at the Grow Podcast at this point of my life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's my honor to have you. Alright, let's get into the questions now. How did you begin your fitness journey at such a young age? Because at the time you started, I am certain that there must have been several myths prevalent in the society regarding fitness and how it is not the right thing to do for a teenager.
Of course, Roman. The biggest myth was at that time, if you start training, you'll stop growing. The second myth was if you gain the muscle the moment you stop working out, you lose all your gains along with the loose skin. And also, if you work out, you will surely be having joint pains at the later part of your life. But my father supported me a lot. He did not say even a single word against it. Moreover, he used to ask about the progresses I made. Also, I played volleyball at district level and started gym for the strength purpose from my high school, and that is 2003.
Well, this is definitely a journey that our young listeners can take inspiration from. This brings me to my next question that I have for you. How did physical fitness favor you in the educational and in the professional field? Did you see any benefit other than the physical ones?
First of all, you become the odd man out everywhere. The time where everyone struggled to find out the proper size of the clothes, you wear anything and you look the best. It gives you a lot of energy in performing for the programs. I remember in school, I was selected as a prefect, and in college, I was the class representative. You look different, you feel different. And every senior, junior, they recognize you very easily just because of the physique. Recently, one of my old assistants came back after a long time and he stood with me for an assistance. And on the second day, he was talking and he was telling me that he is having a spasm in his calf muscle and mild pain in his lower back. On the other side, I am working effortlessly from morning to evening, and after working out in the morning, which includes weight training and taekwondo. Cervical spondylitis and lower back pain, they are very common symptoms in dental profession. Many of my colleagues are suffering from this, even by diabetes, hypertension and depression also. But Alhamdulillah, I am still free from this and working with the full swing. It also gives us confidence to handle the toughest situation of the life, whether it is from the professional aspects or from the personal aspect. It teaches you discipline and make you the positive person.
Well, a lot of us don't give physical fitness a priority in our life, but you've clearly given us an insight into the numerous ways by which physical exercises ensures our overall well-being. Well, a person's class speaks for itself. It can be sensed in the very way a person speaks and presents themselves. So on that note, how do you stay so classy, sharp and confident? Is there a manual that I don't know of? Could you please give us some general tips?
Okay. First of all, you'll have to be unaware of it. Are you getting my point? You are not concerned about this thing. You must respect your parents and teachers. It's all come from your atmosphere. Choose your friend wisely. Always be grateful what you have. Be helpful to others, even if it is a fraction of anything. Discuss your problem and never hesitate to take advice. When you plan something and decide to do, never look back. Give your best, as you have no other option of getting back. You must have seen a lot of people, they don't respect their parents, their teachers. I also have seen these type of people. They're just doing nothing. Some are having medications, and some are just they stop doing anything because of the failure. Wake up early, make your bed, pray or meditate, and start hustling. This makes you sharp. When you know what you are doing, this makes you confident. And also, you will have to be completely honest. If you're honest with your work, whether it be studies, workout, or profession, there is no one in the world who could break your confidence. The shine of the truthfulness makes you confident. Tips I would like to give all the listeners to become and stay classy, sharp, and confident. Never ever sleep as the same person you wake up. And always be thankful to your Lord for all the things you did and the things you got. These two things will change you completely, and you will be a different you.
Well, now we possess the secret of your charms. And as I mentioned, that you take a keen interest in Taekwondo and have been a ferocious player. So my question to you is, how did you start working out and preparing for Taekwondo while being an active dental practitioner?
It's not only about Taekwondo, Roman. I'm a keen learner, and I believe that life is all about learning and development. The moment you stop learning, you stop developing. Not only Taekwondo, I learned swimming and horse riding after 5 years after getting into my practice. And why Taekwondo? First of all, self-defense games, they gives you different level of wow satisfaction. And being a 90s kid, we grew up watching Goku, fighting here and there. And also the martial art, it helps you getting good stretches and flexibility. Even recently, I won the silver medal in an Open National Taekwondo Championship, which held in Manali. Now I'm taking my 5-year-old kid with me, and we learn it together.
That clears most of our doubts and brings forth the fact that if you are willing to revamp yourself and are able to manage your time well, then you are well set on your path to excel both in academics and physical fitness, or if you do martial arts, whatever works for you. What I want to ask next is that being involved in so many sports and being active in your career, nurturing a family, how do you manage your time between all these activities? Because even doing one of these alone is a huge task in itself.
Okay, here the concept of time management will help you. Though I have gone through the article on the Grow about the time management, and that was really awesome. We all have responsibilities, and as the time keeps on passing, you will be getting more and bigger responsibilities. So, whatever time you have and whatever phase you are going through is already a best phase of life. Especially the teenage is already the best of the time. And mark my words, sitting here at 33 plus and telling you this makes sense. So, coming to the question is asked, we all have one thing in common. Either I, you, or Mr. Mark. We have only 24 hours. We have to manage the things in this time slot only. And we also have a lot of good books on this topic. Everything has their own value. Every relation has their own value. You must pay it genuinely. Give time to the family. Plan weekends with your friends. Stay motivated with your workouts. Keep growing with your professional skills, or if you are in studies, give proper attention to it. Never get distracted from the negative people. Even I would recommend you to stay away from the negative peoples. Don't use social media too much except for learning. Like if I drive a car, or if I go somewhere, I listen to the podcast instead of listening to the songs. Plan your week instead of planning a day, and you will be able to manage it very nicely.
I think all the teens here can agree to the fact that time management is one thing we need to work hard upon. And I personally feel that we've learned a lot from your experiences, and it'll make us easier for us. Thank you so much. So here's a question that will require a little choosing for you. You play so many sports, right? But you must have one which is your favorite, your dearest to you. Which one is it and why?
Without any doubt, with the depth of my heart, I love weight training the most, as it gives you the aesthetic look, prevent injuries. This boosts your metabolism, increase your testosterone levels, and also helps in maintaining the bone density. And I think these are these reasons are perfectly convincing.
You've come a long way from where you started, and facing setbacks along the way is often a significant part of it, as it makes you grow and explore yourself. So, on that note, what have been the major setbacks that you've had to face along the way, and how did you manage to stay strong and motivated while overcoming them?
We used to have a very lavish lifestyle. Everything was going up to the mark. I finished my school. I got admitted in the dental college in the same year, and suddenly my father passed away in a car accident, and my mother got injured very badly. That she had gone through 3 to 4 major surgeries, and she's still a patient. And that moment, I just broke into pieces. But all praise is to the creator who created the creation. The sense of responsibility I felt was so powerful, and after that, I was able to complete my graduation. My younger brother, he did an engineering, the house construction, the clinic setup, marriage, becoming a father. It all works out in the end. From scratch. Now I'm having a 3 chair practice, and I'm also a consultant dental surgeon, one of the multi-specialty hospital as well. So there is always better for you in life. Learn from the failures, never blame the condition, make the condition favorable for you, and after every hardship there is an ease.
I definitely agree. You never really know how strong you really are until being strong is your only choice. And I believe that you have encouraged all of us to keep our heads up towards our goals, irrespective of the setbacks and the situations that we have to face in life. Because that is something that no one can avoid. And with these knowledgeable insights from the life of a person who has lived and grown through these experiences is priceless. So, this brings me to my next question: self discipline versus motivation. What keeps you motivated to work so hard every day?
Self discipline is a key. Motivation is something which you need to get it daily, like the shower. You have to get it daily, and that is why I consider weight training the most powerful, because you work out for 1 or 2 hours, but for the results you have to be disciplined for the whole day. What to eat, what not to eat, and how to eat. Also, if you get indulged in some form of bad habit, like tobacco consumption or something, you automatically feel, man, it's not happening. You lose the stamina. You will not be able to perform well if you will not take care of the discipline part. And when from the discipline you start getting the results, you'll get motivated automatically. I have a sweet tooth, but talking about discipline reminds me of that I did not have a sip of tea for last 3 months.
Alright, so after tirelessly working as a dentist and indulging into various sports and managing all the house affairs, I don't think you sleep for more than 5 hours, right?
Yeah, I actually do not sleep more than 5 to 6 hours in a day. There are a lot of studies regarding 7 to 8 hours, is necessary. Otherwise, there are a lot of risk for your health. But personally, what I experienced, the quality of sleep matters a lot instead of the quantity. You are getting disturbed, turning left and right, waking up in between. This type of sleep doesn't even make sense, does it? Sometimes it gives you headache if you get this type of long disturbed sleeps. Timing and quality is important, according to me. Mostly I take 6 hours of sleep, and sometimes 6 to 7 hours of sleep, and this makes me balanced. Waking up early is really a boss thing. It If you get into the habit of waking up early, nothing stops you sleeping early and on time. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you one thing. The most powerful thing I do, they are the short naps which I take in the afternoon. This is recommended in many of the hadith books, and I've gone through the study which I'm not able to recall where I read that. But the people of China, they are so into it that if they don't have the proper space to sleep, if they are in the office, they go to their parking lots, and they sleep in their cars for 10 to 20 minutes, and this really keeps you going, stay focused, refreshed for the whole day.
Oh, I asked that question as a joke, but that makes a lot of sense actually. And I think I read a similar study about the importance of naps with the Chinese. It's almost mandatory for them to take 5 to 10 minutes naps in between. And I thought sleeping for 5 hours was just theoretical and not possible.
Now it turns out that we're reaching the end of the conversation, and I believe that you have had a great time taking us through your life. So, my last question for you is, What's the last piece of advice that you would give to youngsters like me?
Oh yeah, Roman, of course. I had a great time. This really remind me a lot of things, and I'll surely be going to the home, and I will be checking my old albums as well. So this is really fun talking to you, and thanks for having me here. And the last few pieces of advice I would like to give here. This time, this will not come tomorrow. Enjoy every bit of life. Give time to your parents, friends, and relatives. Help poor, do charity, join some sort of sports, give your best, and have faith in you. Learn from the failures, stay focused, because whatever you ask, you will get. Knock, and you will be answered. Search, and you will surely get. Thank you.
I believe that our listeners are as thrilled as I am to apply these life lessons into our daily routine. Thank you so much, Dr. Shahjib, for being here with us today. We are extremely grateful to you for giving us your valued time. And I would also like to thank our listeners who tuned in till the very end of the episode. I hope that we were successfully able to present to you something fresh, as it is our utmost priority here. We shall be coming up with a new episode very soon. Until then, feel free to check out our blog and our other social media platforms, the link for which can be found in the description below. Stay home and stay safe.